Hello everyone, and welcome to a Thursday bins haul. Now, if you missed it, we did actually already have a bins haul go up this week, and that was on Tuesday. So we had a Tuesday bins haul that was all kinds of really good stuff from a bins trip that I did last week. As I said in that video, I went to the bins twice last week, once this week, and I have 3 bins hauls worth of stuff to show you guys sometime soon. So today, I actually decided that we are going to do the stuff that I found yesterday, as in Monday of this past week. So with this stuff, I cannot fully guarantee that it's all listed, but it all will be very, very soon. As per usual, if there's anything you see that you really, really want, be sure to comment it, make a bundle and comment on Poshmark, DM me on Instagram, because I got a lot of really good stuff. Now, I'm doing the haul from this week because I'm just so excited to show you guys this stuff. Not to say the other haul from last week isn't good, but I feel like I did really good this week, and I'm pretty pumped about it, and I just kind of like can't wait. Now, I am in the exact same clothing from the Tuesday video because I am filming this just a few hours later. Actually, all I've done since filming was I went to Clothes Mentor and consigned some stuff. I did have some decent luck. I made like 115 off of some bins finds, and I dropped off shipping. So yeah, that's all that's happened between then and now. So the only thing I could think of to change my appearance a little, because I don't like it to look exactly the same, is flip my hat. So same day, almost the same time, and same situation, bins haul for you guys. So I have quite a lot of stuff, so I probably shouldn't ramble too much. I have 1 pair of shoes, and I think that's kind of it for other. I didn't have any luck with bags. I didn't have any luck with belts, hats, anything like that. Strangely, there were a lot of shoe rotations on Monday, but they just were really bad because I did look at them and I just didn't find anything besides the 1 pair of shoes that I'll show you. I ended up not like rushing to all the shoe swaps just because they weren't that good. We are working with natural light also, so if there's a sudden switch in lighting like there just was, I do apologize. It's like a partly cloudy day, so off and on we're gonna be behind a cloud, and off and on we're gonna be in the sun. Enough rambling, Jack, we're gonna jump into it. So my pair of shoes that I found is a pair of clogs by a brand called Sven. I need to double check, and I really should have. I did just double check with my Google Assistant, and as I expected, Sven clogs are actually from the Minneapolis area. It's not actually from Minneapolis, it's from Chisago Lakes, but these are from Minnesota. Now, Sven clogs are quite expensive. I think new, these are like $230 to $250. One time I was saying we should make a Minnesota-based Bolo video, because actually there are like quite a few brands based out of Minnesota that make clothing. Sven's being one of them. I don't exactly know what these resell for. I feel like I saw that some people had them listed for like around 80 or 90. I expect to hopefully get at least $50 for them. I'd be happy with that. They do have a little bit of toe marking in them, which comes with the territory when you have kind of like tan footbeds. Actually, the footbed is also wood. These are a size 39, so they're a size 9 or like 11 or like 8.5. I don't know what anything has to do with 11, but my brain decided 11. So 9 or 8.5. Leather tops, wood bottoms, that's awesome. All right. Let's do some of the clothes, and we're gonna start off with a banger, something I am so excited for. So I saw this just laying in the bin, and all I saw was the boo part of the booyah word. It's like embroidered on. It's kind of like a if you know, you know. You might already know what I thought this was and what it did end up being. So there's a brand called Lingua Franca, and they mainly make sweaters, I think mainly cashmere sweaters, that have this type of embroidery on it. As you can tell, this is a sweatshirt, so that did kind of throw me off a little. But I did pick this up, and it is Lingua Franca and Stateside. I have a feeling this was sold at Anthro, but Lingua Franca stuff is super expensive. Stateside is also really expensive. I think it's mainly sold at Anthro and like Evereve. This is a size medium. I haven't done any research yet, but this is my first time finding a Lingua Franca piece. Even if it is a collab, I'm super excited. I've known about this brand for probably around 4 years at this point and just have never found it. I haven't even been able to arbitrage it before, so I'm really pumped. Ryan's actually had it once. That's how I learned about it. He got it at a Style Encore for really cheap, and it sold within like an hour. This actually had a big like dirt spot on the back, and I absolutely got that out. So now this is in fantastic shape, and I'm pumped. Booyah! So next up is a brand that I thought I had heard of before, but one of my bins friends named Megan actually taught me more about it. So this is called Wallace and Barnes. It says garments of distinction, New York. It's a 32 waist and a 32 and a 30 inseam. There are some cute green sort of cargo style pants, and they are men's. These are actually a J. Crew brand. So if you ever see Wallace and Barnes, that is J. Crew. I had been kind of mixing it up in my head with a brand that is called Martin and Osa, which is a men's American Eagle label. So the W, the M, you know, I kind of just like mix it up. But yeah, these are J. Crew. They're worth picking up, especially a cute style like that. It's basically just J. Crew men's. Next up is another pair of pants. And this is a brand I don't sell super often myself. Usually I'll give it to Ryan, but it is BDG Urban Outfitters. These are some really cute white carpenter pants. They are a totally straight leg. They got that big like carpenter kind of almost like cowboy shaped patch. Like I picture this on cowboy pants for some reason. But then they have the carpenter hoop on the side. These are in fantastic shape, especially for being white in the bins. And I just really like them. Carpenter, cargo, utility, all that type of stuff is really, really in lately. So I wanted to give it a shot. They're size 28. They don't say style name in them. Sometimes BDG will say one right here. For some reason these don't, but I'm sure they'll be quite easy to find. I know Ryan says that with Urban Outfitters, some of the pants are actually like the easier things to sell. I'm just gonna give those a shot. I guess this is something that's not very clothing. So this is kind of crossed off a very miscellaneous bolo list of mine, and that is this apron. This apron is by the brand Hedley and Bennett. And if you don't know, Hedley and Bennett aprons are so expensive. This is 100% cotton, made in the USA. You can always tell a Hedley and Bennett apron because of the little and symbol there. And if you watch any YouTube channel where people cook, any probably cooking competition, baking competition, cooking show, anything like that, I could almost guarantee that every single person has one of these on. This waist apron style is about $50 new. And then a full length, like regular kind of like chest and waist apron, I think is like $100 from them. So these are really expensive, and they also are sold at a lot of nice places. I think they're sold at like Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, that type of stuff. They also are even sold at Anthro. It's funny, this is like a denim one. It's funny, I could tell that this was used by a waiter or waitress because one of the pockets had 1,000,000 straw wrappers. Like 1,000,000. I was like, what? How is this so full? Just straw wrappers. It was kind of crazy. I actually have like 4 piled up over here that I hadn't even noticed were still in the pocket. It's crazy, but it's clean now. I washed it. We're good. Next up is a sundry piece. Now, I don't always like to sell sundry. It's very hit or miss, and I would say it leans towards miss. This is a size 1, which means it's a size small, and I thought these were really, really cute. So they are a fleece pair of joggers with this really cute, like emerald green stripe going down the side. They're in really great shape for being a white fleece. That just seems like a recipe for disaster. There had been a few light, just kind of dirt marks on them, but I think I mainly got them off. But there's like an example of one that didn't really come off. They're super, super light, and I'm sure if you treated these even more diligently, you could get them off. I guess there's one right there too. But I thought these were cute either way. I had noticed the marks when I saw them in the bins, and I still wanted to get them. I just think these will do good. I have not looked up if these are Evereve or Anthro or anything, but it can be either. I didn't know that I put this in this in this bag, but I got this for me. It says, "My name is Lewis," and this is like the Target Halloween jack-o'-lantern man. My Target, I don't think got these shirts in over this last season. And I do not own Lewis. I don't own that animatronic, but I think he's an icon. And I do have a tote bag that matches that, so that's for me. Next up, this is a brand that I've been on and off wishy-washy with, but I'm more on with right now, and that is Lily Pulitzer. This is a size medium pajama top. And what I'm really excited about, you can already see it here, but this pajama top is fully ribbon and bow printed. Bows and ribbons are having such a moment right now. So I was super excited to find this. I actually hunted really hard to find the pajama bottoms. I don't know if it's supposed to be shorts or pants. Since this is long sleeve, I guess pants, but alas, I could not find them. So I'm excited anyways, and I think they'll do good. Another brand that I'm on and off with, and I'm currently more off with, and that is Rails. Now, as you can see, this Rails piece is an extra large, which I have never found in Rails, and I honestly didn't know Rails went past XL, but that is fantastic. This is a button-up blouse, and it has jaguars printed all over it. So I'm assuming this is probably some kind of like wildcat or something, is probably the name of the print. But this is super cute. Rails, a lot of times, can be Anthro, even though I used to just always list it under Rails. But I'm hoping this is Anthro, and if it is, I will definitely list it under Anthro over Rails nowadays. Then I have a sort of vintage band tee that I think is really cool. This is a Nirvana tee. I can't tell if it's single or double stitched because the person actually only cut off the hem, which kind of looks cool actually. Well, I guess it's probably double because the sleeve is double. I think this was just like an anvil tag or something. But this shirt is from 2012, so it is older. It's crazy to think that that means this is 13 years old now. I remember 2012, right around when Lady Gaga's Art Pop was about to come out. That's kind of how I carbon date things is. How close was that to Art Pop releasing? Some of you are probably like, what does that even mean? Long story. So next up is a pair of Levi's, and these are super cute. As you guys know, Ryan and I used to swear by Levi's. Like, we'd pick up basically any pair, we'd get good money super fast for them. But nowadays, Levi's do dreadful. Unless you find a really good style. And that's what I think with these. These are the 94 baggy, and they're size 32, so they're also a really good size. So these are some pretty wide leg baggy jeans. They do have distressing, which honestly, I usually don't like anymore when jeans have distressing. They just don't do as well. But I looked these up, and these are actually actively on the Free People website. So that is fan-freaking-tastic. I will probably list them under Levi's and Free People because they kind of sell an even amount under each. But the way you look up the Levi's style to see if they are Free People is after the PC9, the top line on this, you would look up everything besides the PC9. So you'd look up A3510-0002. I believe the 0002 is the color style kind of number, and then the A3510 is the actual like style and cut or something like that. But that will always bring up model pictures, that will always bring up all the information on basically any pair of Levi's, men's or women's. So that's something that's always been super handy for me. Then we have a pair of red velvet. I don't know why I said it like that. This looks like a red carpet, or as if someone's gonna like pull my neck with like a stage hook, and then this is gonna like be a curtain that shuts on me. These are by J Brand, and I don't get too excited about J Brand, but I do really like these. These are the Joan in Venetian. They're size 28. There's that information in case you think I'm lying. And these are really cute. I really love this style. They have a really long inseam, and they are like a boot cut. I think these will do really well. When I was carrying them around at the bins, or like when I folded them and stuff, a couple people like kind of stopped as they were walking past my cart and were like, oh, those are super cute. And I was like, yeah, they're just J Brand, but like, I'm excited about them. Then we have yet another pair of pants, and this is a brand that I don't often sell myself, but I am gonna sell these ones myself. These are J Jill, which I almost always do pick up to consign, but I just don't pick up to sell very often. These are pure Jill, which I don't even know. Does that mean that it's 100% of whatever material it is? I don't know. As you can see though, these are new tags. These are called Bark. That's kind of a cool color name, Bark. But these are some wide, kind of like draped, split leg pants. I think these are really like beachy and good for the season. They're definitely like an ankle or something length, but they also have this nice like D-ring buckle belt situation going on. And they're at least partially linen for sure. They are a linen blend 55%. So pure does not mean pure 100% of a certain fabric. But I think these are really nice. I did just sell a J. Jill piece last week to one of you, to Cara. I still don't know if any J. Jill does that well for me, but I just thought I would give those a try, especially because they're new with tags. Then we have a Nolo, and these are some leggings. No, they are not Lululemon. They are some almost bark, again, printed leggings. They are by the brand Varley. Varley, unfortunately, is just a terribly performing brand. I'm really hoping that these are anthro, because yes, Varley can be anthro. They're size medium. They're in like new condition, honestly. And Varley is really expensive retail. It had like 1 week where it did well. And then I think Vori came out that next week and Varley was like thrown out the bus. I don't really know, but don't spend anything besides Ben's money on Varley, is what I will say. Then we have another piece that a lot of people kind of commented on at the bins, and that is this pair of pants. They look very tropical, Florida, cruise, oceanside, whatever you think of with these flowers and colorways. These are by Tolani. They're a Tolani collection, they're size large. They are, again, new with tags, surprisingly. So no matter what, I would have picked these up to consign at least. Tolani can be anthro. From my experience, it actually can be every too, but from my experience, it usually isn't. Tolani is usually just Tolani. Like, it usually, when I find it, isn't actually sold at any other stores. But we will see. I haven't done much research into this stuff, and I really like that those are new with tag. Again, obviously it's something super good for this season, so we will see. If you guys remember how in the last haul on Tuesday, I said that when I find good, what I consider good J. Crew, like modern J. Crew, really cute J. Crew, I have started to almost like react at the bins as if I just found like something really good. Like I just found a pair of luxury shoes. Oh no, it's just J. Crew. That happened a few times on this trip. This is the first thing that happened with, and I'm overly excited about finding stuff like this. So J. Crew, it is the cursive label, so these might be like 2019 or 2018. That's fine. They're size 8. But they are these really cute plaid micro houndstooth pants that are ultra freaking wide leg. These are so cute. And this is something for me that just sells so fast, so easy, for such good money. They are 2019. Look at how good I know my J. Crew. They're not wool, I don't think at all. No, there is no wool at all. They're mainly polyester. They're so cute. At least with them being polyester, they're not gonna be high maintenance to take care of, but I love these and I'm so excited to have found them in the bins. Speaking of J. Crew, we got another J. Crew piece. These are J. Crew outlets. They are the high-rise girlfriend chino pant in a size 8. This is like a newer J. Crew outlet label. They are olive green, ultra trendy color, and then they have printed little kind of daisies all over them. They're a nice straight leg, they're great color, they're perfect for the season. Though they're factory outlet, I think these will do fantastic. They are from spring of 23. I don't know if you guys heard that. Not to be an old man, but children live on this street. Maybe people shouldn't be driving that fast on this street. Anyways, I'm excited about those J. Crews. I'm also really excited about this. This is yet another thing that people literally kind of like stopped by my cart to like comment on. This is a skirt. You can already see I was gonna kind of like build up the brand, but you can already see it down here. This is by Anthropologie, which love, duh, always love Anthro. This is a US size 4, so it is a smaller size, and it is such a cute, like straight midi pencil skirt. All of this is fully embroidered in. It also continues on the back with kind of a split. When I found this, I was like, okay, either this is gonna be something really good, like Anthro, or this is gonna be like Coldwater Creek from 2001, and I don't know. And then I looked at the label and then I did know. So I'm pretty excited about those. These I will for sure put on Marketplace because I do sometimes sell jean shorts on Marketplace that are cuter. but I probably will put these on Posh also just because of the season. These are American Eagle. That is like the newer kind of label. These are some like daisy and floral print, or no, not print, embroidered shorts. I think these are really, really cute. They're size 10, so they're a really good size, and they're called the Mom Short. They're from 2022, so that is definitely still recent enough for me. So we'll give them a shot. This is another brand I don't do super often, but mainly what I'm talking about is the women's. I don't think I've tried much men's from this brand, and this is a men's piece, and that is Gymshark. This is a size extra large. This is almost something I would keep for myself if A, it was short sleeves, and B, if it wasn't extra large, because usually for athletic especially, I would want like an extra small or small. So this is nice. As you can see, there was the logo at the front, and then they have the Gymshark spell out kind of like at the back of the neck. It's kind of a camo, like a vented camo. I feel like this will do okay, even though, again, I don't really pick up Gymshark almost ever. Then we have a Madewell piece. I'm pretty picky on the Madewell that I sell myself, but this kind of passed the test. It's a size medium Madewell, and it is just a ribbed kind of balloon sleeve classic top. I really like this square neck, and for quite a while, square neck has been in. If it didn't have the square neck, this would be something I would consign. But because of the square neck, I do feel like it's possible it could sell well. Here's another piece that I got like super excited about, where other people probably wouldn't have and may have even passed on it, but I was like, yes! Super, super cute, vintage inspired, like slip silk tank top with this almost toile floral to it in the white and blue. And it is by Sundance, new label. It is a size small. I think this is so pretty. This is just so, it's one of those things where I've said this like a couple weeks back, but it reminds me of like a grandma's like couch or like a grandma's like bedding, but like in all the best ways. Like sometimes that can be an insult, but sometimes that's like the biggest compliment. And for that, that's like an amazing compliment. I also just saw that there's butterflies, even better. Next up, we have an Ann Taylor piece. One of my like classic, modern, good mall brand pieces. Ann Taylor Weekend. It's a size small. I believe this is still on their website. It's just like a boxy navy blue tank top. If you see that mark, it's just impossible to see in person, but it's definitely just like a fold line for me having it folded. It's a really like stretchy, soft material. Not gonna make me $1 million, but it's gonna keep the lights on in the house. This is a brand I never sell either, but I thought I should try this piece. It's Vineyard Vines, and as you can see right there, this is a Cashmere Vineyard Vines piece. This is a size small. What it has going for it is that it's the trendy green color, and of course that it's cashmere. We will still see. It still might not do well, but I thought I might as well give something that's cashmere a shot. Speaking of cashmere, this is a brand I've actually been really wanting to try recently, and this is like the perfect piece to try. So it is Quince or Quince. This is a size small. Ryan's grandma actually has recently had an obsession with this brand. Half of our Christmas time in Des Moines, I was helping her shop for Monroe narrow shoes and Quince or Quince sweaters. Like literally endlessly. So this is a cashmere large button cardigan. Quince is not like crazy expensive, but it keeps a lot of its value, and it's definitely not like cheap. This actually has no label. I just can tell that it's cashmere. Quince, the closest thing I can compare Quince to, I keep switching off how I say it, and I don't really know which way is right. The closest thing I can compare Quince to is Nadam. Because Nadam is known for like some affordable cashmere and affordable, really, really nice sweaters. And I feel like Quince is the same way. Then we have a sweater vest that is so adorable. Pretty chunky and a really nice like diamond and cable knit pattern to it on the front and the back. This is by a brand that you need to approach with caution. So I am not putting whatever side it goes on, the Bolo notebook in for this one, but it can be. So it is called Leah and Viola. Leah and Viola, this is size medium by the way. Leah and Viola can be anthro. I would say probably like 1 in 10, maybe. That's probably over exaggerating. Maybe 1 in 10 that you find will be anthro, but the other 9 are gonna be only Saks Fifth Avenue, Saks off Fifth Avenue, and will resell for nothing. So I would pick it up if it's anthro, which I have had one before that did really, really well. And this is also an anthro one. But any other one? Probably not. Then we have a Free People. So at first, I was questioning this Free People. It's very much one of those ones where you're like, either this could be a really good Free People or this could be kind of like an older one that's not gonna do good. So it's this ribbed gray turtleneck. It's so soft. It's almost like one of that, like the eyelash material or whatever they say. It's almost that. Actually, it might be like a micro eyelash. Like a micro bang, but a micro eyelash. And it is just a normal metal tag, which of course they've used for like 175 years. So that doesn't really help you carbon date your Free People. Never did I think I would say the word carbon date twice in a bins haul. But you can tell by this tag if it's newer. And this is a newer piece. So I looked this up and this is a super cute, super modern, $170 Free People sweater. So that was an absolute purchase. Then we have a brand that I have tried before, but not many times. It's done decent when I've had it before, but I don't know much about it. And that is Title IX. This is a size small. This is a nice kind of like athletic outdoorsy dress. It has a really cute print to it. It's kind of like a polka dot, almost like pebble or like stone pattern with some flowers on it as well. A couple of my bins friends when I was there told me that this brand is really good for them. So I was like, you know what? This seems like a cute piece from this brand. It's like new. I will give it a shot. All right. Here's the other J. Crew piece that I legitimately acted as if I had found really high-end designer. This is such a cute J. Crew dress. So adorable. Look at that print. Like, so adorable. And it's the new label. This is the newest J. Crew label. I bet money if I look this up, this is still on their website. Extra small, but that's okay. Like, so seasonal. So pretty. So modern, so nice, because it's like really nice cotton. This is, drum roll please, Jack is checking a date once again, spring 2023. They've used this label basically since like the beginning of 2023. But still, anything with this label sells for me like freaking hotcakes. I'm too excited about that. Okay, another thing I'm really excited about. Really adorable sunflower pattern, kind of knit crop tank situation. We've got buttons on both sides, and this is Maeve Anthro, so that is of course a newer label. This is a medium, super soft, so seasonal once again. This actually was with that skirt, even though a 4 and a medium are kind of different sizing, so that's interesting. Then this is a brand I have tried, but I feel like it's been a minute. So I don't know if it still performs as good, but I feel like it probably would. That is Baltic Born. This is a size small. Baltic Born is kind of like Lulu's, but not as fast fashion-y. I think they mainly make like event and like bridesmaids dresses, which I could definitely see with this. This is wild. Like this, the whole thing. It's like you are walking around. It's actually even the color. You're almost like walking around in a rubber band. You're the color of a rubber band and the whole thing is stretchy. I could definitely see this being like an event or spring, like bridesmaid's dress or something. I think kind of like Lulu's. I think at Baltic Born, it's like you can't return stuff at all. And so a lot of it ends up at thrift stores because people need it for one time and they don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I gotta do more research into that. But the last time I had it, it did well. Then we have an Athleta piece. This is a size small. This isn't normally the type of Athleta I will actually sell myself, but this is so cute and like new. I do not believe this person ever wore this. It is, the tag is crisp. There is not a run, a pull, a pill, anything on this. It is still like flat, as if it was still like folded into the Athleta poly mailer. And it's more than 50% wool, so it's quite nice, and I wanted to give it a shot. Then we have a pretty expensive men's brand. I've never tried it though, so I can't officially say it's like a true bolo, but this is the Field Spec Heavy Tee in cotton, and it's by Buck Mason. I think a lot of people skipped it because Buck Mason's all the way down here, so it's kind of hard to figure out what brand this is by. But it is what it says. It is just like a thicker, nicer t-shirt, like a warmer, heavier t-shirt. I guess, I don't know if you'd get this to wear under like sweaters or sweatshirts or as like a sleep shirt or something, but it's really nice. I know I've been keeping you long already, but we have like 5 things left. So this is gonna be my first time trying this brand. I had heard of it before, but I didn't know much about it. It's called La Academy. And this is a size extra small. This is a really cute, like trippy, printed, kind of quilty looking dress, mini dress. If you've heard any dog snoring, it's because I'm being surrounded by sleeping flat-faced dogs. So I really like the print to this. It reminds me of a Bottega Veneta print that I actually just recently saw on the Real that I really want. But it's really cute. It's what did I say? Now I'm distracted by the dog snoring. It's a Revolve brand, or it's mainly sold at Revolve, and it's of course expensive new, but Revolve has really kind of fallen off for the most part, so we'll see how that does. I actually love this. So this is old We the Free people. Like this is when we started, like Ryan and I started reselling. This was the modern Free People label. Extra small, and this is like this. If the 2010s do come back soon, this is what people will be looking for. This is like 2012 to 2015 gold. Gives that like bohemian concert tee look. Super oversized and flowy, almost like witchy bohemian. It's super distressed, which is not factory. It's definitely because it was loved so much, but I think that literally adds to it. It reminds me of that skull shirt I have that says "Till Death Do Us Part," I believe, where I've just worn it into the ground, so it's like splitting and there's holes and stuff. I have a feeling that this is gonna do really good. I think the bohemian girlies, if they're out there, if they still exist, are gonna eat that up. 3 more things. And actually, fun fact, I got these 3 things to consign and just Googled them when I got home and changed my mind. So this is Banana Republic, it's a size large. This is a really modern piece and it is called the ruffle flannel. The whole neck is like ruffly. It's a really nice, kind of like soft flannel. This is probably like the least, it's from 2023. This is probably, it's 100% cotton. Hopefully I can just get something for this. This one's not as, like, not super thrilling, but it just looked like it had some potential. Then we had this J. Crew. I wasn't gonna sell this myself because it's outlet and I'm very picky with the outlet stuff I sell, but the comps looks good on this. It's a size small and it's a really beautiful blue color in these stripes. The neck is really fun too, how it like buttons up and can be cowl. So I'm gonna give that a shot too. Again, if it doesn't sell after a little while, I'll probably just consign it. And then this is Monroe. Monroe is quite expensive, but it's super hit or miss. Super miss, honestly. And this is a sweatshirt, like pullover collared sweatshirt with this cool like cotton draped different material to the back. This is actually Evereve. So that is why I'm selling that. That is a medium. So yeah, that looked kind of promising too. Okay, that is everything I found this week. And that was the only time I went to the bins this week, but I feel like it was a really, really good bins trip. And everyone, all my like buddies that were there with me, all my bins friends, also had a really good shopping trip. So that's really awesome. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your favorite couple things that I found today, and let me know what you have been finding this week while you've been sourcing. Otherwise, I will see you with Ryan on Sunday for a regular What Sold Sunday. Goodbye.